Live from the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS 2 News at 11 p.m.
The victims of last year's mass shooting in Las Vegas are being honored tonight. White crosses with their names were placed next to the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign near Mandalay Bay.
Country superstar Jason Aldean, who performed at last year's event, is in Orange County tonight.
And some survivors reunited at his concert.
CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live in Irvine with more. Jeff?
Guys, it was a packed house, which meant there was quite a sing-along here. And right now the crowd is leaving. You can see them filing out. And for those who were affected by what happened a year ago, this was an opportunity for them to lean on one another. Tonight, Jason Aldean took the stage at the 5 Points Amphitheater in Irvine. It comes nearly a year after his performance was cut short by a shooting massacre at the Route 91 Music Festival in Las Vegas. Misty Braley and her husband lost two friends that night. There was Hannah Allers, seen in the middle of this picture.
I don't know. Turn off the lights.
And Chris Roybal with the dark shirt in this video.
They were amazing people, and you know, it was a rough year last year.
Here's to finishing the set.
For survivors of the deadliest mass shooting in American history, like the Carters and Wilsons, attending this show is part of their healing process.
To see the concert in full and finish what we started, also get back on the horse. I mean, I don't want to be terrified of concerts forever.
You know, I don't want to give power to the negative. I want to give power to the love that I saw and the community.
Yeah. Many came to honor first responders who ran into the line of fire last year. We got to see concertgoers bonding with Irvine PD with a little horseplay.
That's so cool.
For Misty Braley, the week leading up to this show has been filled with anxiety, but she says it's important to remember the hundreds who were injured and the 58 killed.
We did make it out okay, and celebrate the ones that didn't, and know that, you know, they're with us in spirit.
Hold on. Let's go! And Jason Aldean was 6 songs into his performance last year when it was cut short by that shooting, which is why the phrase "finish the set" was so meaningful tonight. Live in Irvine, Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.
All right, Jeff, thanks. CBS 2 will have live coverage from Las Vegas tomorrow and Monday as the city marks the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy.
A vigil tonight for a teenager whose life was taken away by a hit-and-run driver as she walked to school. CBS 2's Christy Fajardo is live in San Bernardino, where 14-year-old Jade Maldonado was remembered. Christy.
Yeah, Suzanne, there are a lot of people grieving Jade Maldonado tonight. In fact, from what we saw here, it is clear in her short life, she inspired many others. 14-year-old Jade Maldonado might not have realized just how much she was loved, but her grieving parents now have no doubt. On the lawn at Pacific High School, classmates, even former teachers, could not keep from crying.
We overheard a student tell Jade, "You're so smart." And Jade said, "No, I'm not. I work hard." And that was her ethic. That was her ethic, to never settle.
On Friday, just like she did every day, Jade was heading into school early. At this crosswalk, police say she was hit and killed by this tan SUV. The driver never stopped.
One day you'll wake up all happy knowing that you're gonna live and like have this life ahead of you and not knowing that your life could end.
Loved ones want that driver to know the 14-year-old she ran down was nicknamed Wonder Woman because at a young age, Jade had donated bone marrow and saved her baby brother and also always championed her other brother with autism.
Just miss my daughter. I want her back, and I'm never going to get her back.
Her mother, Cynthia Maldonado, says she tried to hold it together, but it was this photo given to her at the vigil that finally brought her to tears. Before the academic year started, the school had students write themselves a letter and take a picture of their future selves. Jade, a straight-A student, wore a smile and was clearly planning her graduation.
We'll never see her walk, but we'll see what she would have looked like in cap and gown.
And as you can tell from this sign, loved ones are also looking for justice for Jade. The CHP believes that SUV would have extensive front end damage and that the driver was a woman. If you have any information, Jade's family says it would mean the world to them if you'd call investigators. Live in San Bernardino, Christy Fajardo, CBS 2 News.
Heartbreaking story, Christy. Thanks. A teen is in critical condition tonight after he was attacked by a shark. The 13-year-old boy was diving for lobsters on opening day of the season at Beacon Beach in Encinitas this morning when he was bitten. Kayakers nearby pulled the boy to safety and then called for help. He was airlifted to a hospital with traumatic but non-fatal injuries.
His whole clavicle is ripped open. You could see, the ball and socket joint, everything. And so we throw him up on there and we're telling him he's going to be okay, he's going to be all right.
The area will be closed for at least 2 days. A surf competition scheduled there has been postponed.
A young man stuck in a chimney in Claremont, then rescued, but police say he was definitely not delivering presents. The man told officers he was searching for his drone, but no one was buying his story, especially police and neighbors.
Really, it was quite obvious that that wasn't the situation at all.
I just started yelling. I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "I'm stuck in the chimney and you need to help me. I've been here, I've been here all night. It's been here since 3 in the morning." And he goes, "I need water. I need water."
The suspect is 24-year-old Michael Arciniega of West Covina. He's being treated for dehydration, then will be booked on a burglary charge.
That's it. That's it. Victories for the boys in blue. The Dodgers are headed to the playoffs after their win against the San Francisco Giants.
CBS 2's Lori Perez is live in Elysian Park, where she spoke to some excited fans. Lori?
That's right. This city is ready to go. Now, if there is a need for a Dodgers-Rockies tiebreaker game, that's going to be right here at Dodger Stadium on Monday at 1 p.m. According to Dodgers.com, if necessary, tickets will go on sale immediately following the deciding games this weekend. But tonight, we caught up with some fans who are looking way past Monday.
Let's go Dodgers!
Hours after the Dodgers clinched a spot in the postseason.
Dodger country, baby! Woo!
The crowd at El Compadre in Echo Park was still toasting the win, filling themselves up with enchiladas and World Series dreams, trying to erase the still bitter taste of last year's Game 7 loss.
I still think about it and kind of still a little teary-eyed.
It's the Dodgers' 6th consecutive postseason appearance, a franchise record. But for lifelong fans, that is not nearly enough.
We're going to go all the way. We're going to go all the way. World Series, we're going to win. We're good.
Now, before they get ahead of themselves, a few things have to happen, as Dominic Sermeno tried to explain.
We need the Rockies to lose. I don't know how they did tonight, but if they lose, we win.
Translation?
We are going to take it all the way this year. This is the Dodgers year. This year, right now.
Woo, Dodgers!
Year. Let's go. Dodgers all the way. All the way.
And I'll be honest, I don't know if those guys could take it if they did not go along all the way. We spoke with a few people tonight who say they are still very sore after last year. Back to you.
I want to go to El Compadre and join those guys, Lori. They look like they have a good time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, a player post-game reaction ahead in sports.
Also coming up, why crowds of people rushed out of a concert in New York Central Park tonight.
And new information about the FBI investigation into Brett Kavanaugh.
Plus, Elon Musk out as chairman of Tesla. What we're learning about the settlement with the feds. Markina.
Fall-like temperatures are on the way, Suzanne. Stick around. We'll talk about how low those temperatures will go and for how long. Coming up.